Good evening, students. Welcome back to today's class. Today, we will learn a new chapter from history, culture, and nationalism. We already learned that the economic exploitation of the British aroused nationalism among the Indians. This led to the radical changes in social and cultural spheres, helped cherish nationalism among the people. All of you know about nationalism. What is nationalism? Nationalism is the sense of unity that exists among the people of a nation irrespective of caste, creed, region, and religion. In the 19th century, India witnessed two types of protest in ideological and cultural spheres. First one, protest against inequality, violation of rights and social evils which existed in the Indian society. Second one, protest against the economic exploitations of the colonial forces. Next, colonial rule and nationalism. The British colonialists realized the fact that an in-depth understanding of the socio-cultural life of the Indians was essential to strengthen their rule. So, they adopted many strategies. First one, they learned about Indian society from the works in Sanskrit and Persian and by translating them, and also established several institutions to study more about India and also started English education. The main institutions are Asiatic Society of Bengal, Calcutta Madrasa, and Benares Sanskrit College. Most of the English educated Indians who acquired the concept like democracy, liberty, rationalism, equality, scientific temper, socialism, civil rights, etc. They tried to reform Indian society, social customs and rituals, language, art and literature. Along with that, they tried to protest against inequalities and violations of rights and created a sense of unity among the people. Next, social reforms. In the 19th century, various social reform movements were emerged. They had two main objectives. First one, to eradicate evils and superstitions that existed in the Indian society. Second one, to ensure equal civil rights to education, travel, and dress code. The reformers aimed at bringing about fundamental changes in the society. They are eradicate caste system, protect the rights of all, eliminate discrimination against women, provide education to all, promote widow remarriage, abolish child marriage, and eliminate the supremacy of the clergy. Do you know who is this? Yes, this is Raja Ram Mohan Roy. He is known as the maker of modern India. Raja Ram Mohan Roy worked to ensure the practice of sati and child marriage was legally banned in India. He propagated the idea of a unified Indian society. To improve the status of women, he advocated for the right of women to own property. Look at the picture. This is Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. He was a social reformer. He argued for remarriage of widows. As a result, the British government passed the Hindu Widow Remarriage Act in 1856. He established educational institution for women education. Can you identify whose picture is this? Yes, Pandita Ramabhai. Sharada Sadan in Bombay established by Pandita Ramabhai, and also she was a great social reformer. Role of newspaper during the freedom struggle. Don't you read newspaper daily? What are the aims of newspaper? Yes, correct. To create public awareness of various social issues, to motivate everyone to participate in the national movement, to prompt the people to treat the problem anywhere in the country as a national problem. Role of newspapers in making people aware of exploitation and violation of rights they faced during the freedom struggle. First one, newspaper gave information about massacres, oppression and repressive rule in various parts of the country. Second one, motivated the people to protest against the British rule and evils in Indian society. Third one, created public awareness on economic exploitation by the British. Fourth one, popularized reformative movements against social evils and superstitions. Fifth one, kept abreast of the global agitation for freedom, democracy and equality. The last one, reported the calamities like plague and famines that killed thousands of Indians in various regions. Indian leaders mostly depended on newspapers to propagate their nationalist ideologies. They considered journalism as a social service. Their newspapers criticized the British policies and motivated national movement. Raja Ram Mohan Roy was the first to start newspaper with a national perspective. His Sambat Kaumudi in Bengali and Mirat-ul-Akbar in Persian focused on social reformation, democracy and nationalism. Realizing the power of press, the British imposed stringent measures to control them. The Vernacular Press Act enacted by Lord Lytton in 1878 was one of them. It curbed freedom of press in regional languages. The British withdrew the act after a massive protest. During those days, protection, circulation and reading newspapers were considered to be a part of freedom struggle. Once more, the aims of newspaper are to create public awareness of various social issues, to motivate everyone to participate in the national movement and to prompt the people to treat the problem anywhere in the country as a national problem. During freedom struggle, the newspaper criticized the British policies and motivated national movement. Newspapers like Sambat Kaumudi, Harijan, The Hindu and the Bengali contributed greatly to the growth of nationalism. Hope all of you understood today's topic. Thank you.